Big E, baby. Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy Eric with the Amazing Eric Sports Show. And y'all already know, around here before we start talking, I have to warm it up a few seconds. Yo, let's warm it up. Peep this. Amanda Nunes, where you at, girl? Huh? What? Sinusitis, girl? With Dana White mad now? That's right, and Valentina mad now. Okay. As the whole world knows, Amanda Nunes has pulled out of her fight with Valentina Shevchenko at UFC 213 for the Bantamweight World Championship. Dana White has lost his mind. He's upset. He's flipped his lid. You're mad. You're upset. I'm hurt. I'm frustrated. We got to talk about it. Can we talk about it? Emazing Eric Sports. Let's go, man. Okay, people, first I want to start by saying we here at the Amazing Eric Sports Show, it's a brand new channel. Everybody who clicks, everybody who likes, everybody who subscribes, we appreciate it so much. Keep subscribing, keep watching, join us. Brand new show, we're going to be here every day, bringing you the best sports news. Okay, let's break it down like this. This whole Amanda Nunes, Valentina Shevchenko, Dana White thing is so drama-filled now, so much to talk about. We're going to break it down in 3 quick sections. The first section is going to be sinusitis, do you believe Amanda? The second is going to be Dana White. The third is going to be Valentina Shevchenko. Sorry, Valentina. Check it out. Let's do it. Let's chop it up, man. Amazing Eric Sports. Section 1, sinusitis, do you believe Amanda? Okay, first of all, if you don't know what sinusitis is, what I would like for you to do is go over to my man CHS Sports, CHS Comeback Sports, Coach Sheldon Harrison. That brother gives a breakdown, a class on sinusitis that will make you feel like he was a doctor. He broke it down like a fraction. I'm not going to do that, so go check his video if you want the whole breakdown on what sinusitis is. Now, sinusitis, to me, do I believe Amanda? I'm going to be honest and say here, I think Amanda could be telling the truth about the sinusitis. I do believe her on that. But the reason as to why she caught it, I really think this started with Amanda months ago. This started with Amanda a long time ago, y'all. And what I mean by that is, Amanda, I don't think took this serious enough. I think Amanda, after her demolition of Ronda Rousey, I think what happened with Amanda is she was being interviewed by people that had never been before. She got all this new traffic on her page. She became a star in her own right. Now, a lot of times it's like when a team wins the championship. You ever notice how bad the Cubs are struggling now after winning the World Series, or how hard it is for people to repeat as world champions, whether it be Super Bowl or NBA? The reason is because once you reach the pinnacle, it's hard to gear up and to come back and to be hungry and to do it again. It's an old saying that says, it's hard to get up and run at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're sleeping on silk sheets. I think Amanda Nunes fell into this a little bit. I saw pictures of her. She looked a little fleshy. She looked like she was enjoying the fruits of her labor. She looked like she hadn't been training. And that eye of the tiger seemed gone. And what happened, I think, is Amanda had to crash to make weight. Just to make weight. And any fighter will tell you, a boxer will tell you, MMA people will tell you, if your whole training camp is actually just about you making the weight, it's hard for you to fine tune. It's hard for you to detail. It's hard for you to sharpen your tools because the whole training camp has been focused on what? You making the weight. So I think during the crash of making the weight, the dehydration, she probably did develop sinusitis, and she made a decision. This woman made a business decision. Now, if she would have been in shape and she would have been ready and motivated and developed this level of sinusitis, maybe she would have fought anyway. So I do think it's deeper than just the sinusitis, but I think the sinusitis actually did develop. Now, do you believe Amanda? Do you think it was just all made up? Or do you think she possibly or does have sinusitis? I think she does. Here's the question we should ask ourselves. Would you risk it if you were Amanda? Would you go in and try to fight this dangerous opponent in Valentina, who's very hungry over there, if you were Amanda and you saw a little way out here at the end and you totally just didn't feel up to par? Here's the thing, social media, what we're doing now, everybody talking about it, has now, even in boxing, you see this. You just saw with the Andre Ward and Kovalev fight. So many people get involved in these fights now. So many of us flood to the people's Instagram pages and Twitter pages, and we talk bad to them. People talk, now y'all talk bad to them. I don't talk bad to them, so I'm not going to say we on that. Respect these fighters. Stop going to their pages, calling them names and stuff. That's whack. That's out of bounds, guys. But when we do that, I think we put a lot of pressure on the fighter. And the fighter feels pressure. They feel this pressure to perform. And if they lose, everybody laughs at them. So if they're not in peak condition, maybe now that's why we're starting to see fighters back out. We're starting to see fighters pull out. We didn't used to see that. But in the old days, if a fighter lost a fight, everybody wouldn't come into their page saying, "Oh, you suck. I knew you were going to lose. Oh, you suck, you suck, you suck." Maybe that's something that's making fighters pull out. Just something to think about. Just a little food for thought. Think about that thing. Section 2. I told you we were going to move fast. Section 2. Dana White. Woo! This is a deep one right here. Dana White. Your boy Dana White is really upset right now. Now, as a promoter, as the head of the UFC, I can understand why he's upset. Let's start with that. I can understand why he's upset because his main event fighter pulled out right before the fight. People had already purchased the pay-per-view, etc. All the reasons why he could be upset about it. Dana White is really upset about this. He said everything from it was 90% mental. He's made it clear that the doctors told him she was cleared to go and compete. She was cleared to fight. Let's talk about that first. I want to talk about the doctor said it was okay for her to fight. Now, the key thing when I heard Dana White talking about this is he said we took her to the doctor. I'm not saying he per se went, he specifically went, but he said we took her, meaning his company, his people, somebody was there, somebody was present. This is one thing that happens with doctors and athletes. I know this from personal experience. I remember one time breaking a thumb and a coach of mine, basketball coach, coming to the actual it was during summer camp or something like that, and I remember him coming to the hospital, and the coach, I felt, was putting pressure on the doctor. He was saying like, well, we'd like to get him back. I don't know if it's gonna be surgery. We can take that up. And I'm sitting there thinking, man, my thumb, I don't think I can go. I didn't want to say it, of course, but that's what I was thinking. And what happens with doctors sometimes is when those people come in, they can actually put pressure on the doctor. So if Dana White was there, or if his right-hand man or right-hand woman was there, whoever the person is, we don't know. That person could have been like, well, we got a lot of money riding on this doc. Well, there's people, can she go? Can she go? I'm not saying that's what happened, people. I'm saying there's a chance. I'm saying let's think about that, because doctors can feel pressure at times. I've seen it in myself with little to no money involved in it. Dana White, this is a huge production with millions of dollars involved in it. So I'm sure they really wanted the doctor to tell Amanda to fight. The second thing that a lot of people, I've already heard videos and seen write-ups on this, that Amanda is not being defended by Dana White like Megan Anderson was. Dana White didn't really go off on Megan Anderson about the Cyborg pullout, but he's really seems to be really upset. Now, first thing is, let's be fair. Let's give both sides of the coin. Megan pulled out in ample time. She pulled out further back. Amanda pulled out after the weigh-in. So we have to be fair and start there. But another thing, I kind of think this is just something else, just a little more food for thought, just to tickle your brain a little bit. I've noticed with Dana White that, of course, like Ronda Rousey was making so much money for them. Just making the UFC out there, just making it all over the place. It was like the #1 thing going on SportsCenter when Ronda Rousey was out there doing her thing. And I've noticed the people who have beaten Ronda Rousey, they don't seem to get a lot of love from Dana White. Now, Holly Holmes, and I know a lot of people will say, well, right, because Holly Holmes keeps getting these shots at these top-ranked fighters, but Dana White doesn't seem to be too crazy about Holly Holmes. And then Amanda, he was trying to bring his fighter Ronda back. And Amanda just demolishes Ronda and pretty much stomps it out till he can really never bring her back again. People like, we don't want to see Ronda anymore because of what the way Amanda just brutalized her in 45 seconds. I kind of feel like Dana just doesn't have as much love for these girls that have taken Ronda away from him. That's just my opinion. That's not a fact. That's just my thought on that. Section 3, the final section, is simply Valentina Shevchenko. We would just like to first of all say we are so sorry, Valentina, because you guys have to understand, and I'm sure some of you know, when you prepare for a fight for months, you dial in, you deny yourself, you get up in the morning and run, you work out 2 to 3 times a day, you get mentally and spiritually prepared for war, and right before the fight you are ready to release, and right before you're ready to release, if somebody says, nah, we're not gonna fight, that's a huge disappointment. And plus, she wanted that get back. She wanted that clap back. She thought she needed that strap back. Valentina, sorry about that. We want to see you back. We want to see you and Amanda do it. I think they are going to do it. I think the fight's going to be even better because I think Amanda's now is going to get hungry again. She's going to take all this negative energy and she's going to go get ready and she's going to come back like a monster again. And Valentina, we know she's going to be ready, so the fight's going to be even better. Trust me, guys. Okay, that wraps up another episode of the Amazing Eric Sports Show. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Stop tripping, man. All right, people. Y'all have a great day. Live, laugh, love. See you on the next one. Peace.